everybody. Well, we got back from our vacation last week, and we already had this trip planned for this weekend. So I'm here, me and Jennifer, with Bill and Cat Best. Our guys, these are some of our dearest friends, and we're gonna take this stop. We are at the old Santa Fe Depot, Harvey House, and Mother Road Museum in Barstow, California. And none of us have ever been here before, so we're gonna be checking this out. And anyway, I hope I catch some trains to you guys. There's one going by right now, but he's already going by. But this is a really cool looking place. So let's go check it out. All right, this is our first stop is actually at the Keene store, as I said. But this is the Route 66 Mother Road Museum. It's part of the depot. And all the stuff in here, not all of it, but a lot of the stuff is 66. There's a 66 Mustang and a 66 Harley. I'm not sure if that buggy is a 60, maybe it's an 1866. That's cool. I'm not sure of the vintage of the police trike, but it is really cool. Chain drive. Roy's, we'll be going by that tomorrow. That is out, I believe that's out in Ludlow, if I'm not mistaken. I was just there and I can't remember. Cool historical photographs. Barstow's telephone switchboard. Built in 1913. They have a lot of cool stuff here, a lot of memorabilia, shirts, hats, cups. Beautiful women like Kat. Of course, she's not for sale. Well, you can't afford her, but you know. And 48 flathead. Says this is the transition year between the flathead and the panhead. This is a 74-inch. Even though I've been riding Harleys for a long time, I'm not that conversant with the history of the bikes, what bikes did what. There's my honey bunny. There's an overhead of the Santa Fe yard, BNSF now, and we are there. Harvey House section. Casa del Desierto. Okay. Oh man, somebody took the phone out of that. This is where the eatery would have been. I guess you can rent this out for events if you want. Picture of the depot. Not dated. William Barstow Strong, who was the president of the Santa Fe Railroad and the man who Barstow is named for. And that is, I'm trying to get a good, it's too hard at the windows, but that is Fred Harvey, man who started the Harvey House chain. It's really hard to see all this stuff because of the reflections, but cool picture of the facility. way back when. Come all the way to the Harvey House and Railroad Museum in Barstow to see astronomy stuff, which is always cool. All right, looking out the west end of the Harvey House. We are on the hotel level. None of these, it just has that astronomy exhibit down there, but these were all Harvey hotel rooms at one time, but they don't have any of them restored. That's a shame. But anyway, see the old bridge there? That is Old Highway 58. You used to have to come through Barstow, turn off of 66, which is the main street through Barstow, and cross this bridge and go out to the east of town that way, and 66 took off to the southeast. All right, well, this is still the Amtrak station, and I'm not exactly sure where the cars load or anything. You can see the this is the Amtrak track, the house track. But what a magnificent building. All right, well, looks like we're going to get to catch a train here. Going through the Barstow yard in front of the Harvey House. He's westbound. The eastbound was on the move when we got here, but he stopped about 10 minutes ago. I don't know if they do crew changes here. There's some more stuff out there we'll go check out in a minute. Westbound is on the move now, so I don't know, maybe they got something clogged up out there beyond Barstow towards Daggett, and they had to wait for this guy to get in before that guy could get out. All right. A westbound and an eastbound at the Barstow Yard in front of the Harvey House and Western America Railroad Museum. Now let's go check out the Western America Railroad Museum. All right, inside the Western American Railroad Museum in Barstow. Oh, that's a cool sign. Nice little HO layout there.
Years ago, they would, if they had a derailment, they can example, and
Some nice art.
when they started going back, they would just change a few ties. Maybe even just change one tie.
That is
They don't do that anymore.
painting Looks like down at the bottom of Cajon Pass. I can't remember, Sullivan's Curve or something. Again, I'm not all that conversant with that area. 3751, I think that's the locomotive they restored. Motor car here with a hand pump maintenance away car. That's pretty cool. Well, we have a couple of simulators in here. This isn't actually a simulator here. It's just a chair you can see. This is an older setup, obviously, but there's speedometers and amps and brakes and all that stuff. But this is actually a simulator here. It says if you're interested in it, talk to the docent, so I don't know if it works or if they just, I don't know. I'm still going to try to talk my way into a simulator thing in Bakersfield sometime and get a video of that if they'll let me. Yard scooter for Carmen to get around in. SL6 electric lock. A lot of cool model railroading stuff here. Some locomotives. SP cab forward. Track drill. More art. This is pencil and pen and ink, it looks like. Excellent work. Date nails. Whole room full of them. Drafting stuff and train order. These things here for train orders. See if they would tie the order. Have a string across here with the order tied into it and wrapped around a loop. It's on the other side there. Oh no, they'd use this little thing or clip right there, and it would just pull the string out, so the aerial view of the entire Barstow area there. That's cool. Take a look at some of the rolling stock out here. Our Santa Fe and a UP cupola type cabooses. Blue bonnet, unmarked. That looks like a switcher there. Arizona and California passenger car. Maybe I don't know, maybe a diner. It's got the VIN on the end like they used for the kitchens. UP. And again, you all know I'm not that conversant with locomotive types, what they're actually called. SD402? I don't know. You tell me. Mail car. Covered wagon with a war bonnet scheme. That's a cowboy and Indian type there. I cracked myself up. I'm assuming that this is the mail car. It looks like one of the habited cars because it's got all the vents in the top. Fuel tanks underneath, I'm assuming, for heating and such. But it doesn't say, none of these things are marked as to what they are. So if I'm all wet, drop in the comments below, because I am often all wet. It's one of the switchers. That looks like USMC. That probably came from the Yermo facility, the big logistics facility over that way a few miles. But I know that those were in use on a lot of military bases that had their own rail stuff. All right, well, let's go see what the girls are up to, and then we'll head on out to Calico. Okay, well, we are in Calico, and first thing we do is come up, take the train ride. We got in the caboose for special people. Where are you folks from?
Oh, Lancaster.
Ah, we're from Bakersfield.
Oh, okay.
Same climate, different place.
Yep.
But it's pretty nice, actually. It's breezy and not too hot. Standing out in the sun, it feels warm, but
As we go around this first curve, notice the miners' cabins built along the canyon walls. As crude as they appear, they were ideal for protecting us from the hot summers and cold winters here at Calico, and perfect for the independent types who like to fend for themselves. Of course, many miners stayed in boarding houses, mainly for modern conveniences like home cooking.
I got my nickname Hard Rock because that was exactly the kind of mining we did around here.
Calico's 10 square mile mining district boasted a population of nearly 2,000, with almost 1,000 actually living in the town side of Calico. After the mining ended, Calico really was a ghost town. That's to say, it was mainly abandoned. But it was restored and reconstructed by the Knott family in the 1950s. Back then, they had workers actually living here. These folks served the role of security for the town, a tradition that continues to this day.
I don't remember this being narrated last time I was on it. That was a long time ago. Maybe it was.
As we round this next curve, look to the left of the engine and notice we use them on all four corners of our claims to alert everyone that they may be trespassing and to remind claim jumpers to stay away. Remember how the first traces of silver were discovered right on the ground in the spring of 1881, and Calico's silver rush was on. Miners came from all over, including well-known towns such as Virginia City, Bodie, and Tombstone, Arizona. Beyond the mountain to the northeast was East Calico, where among others the big Bismarck mine was. There was a little community out there with a store and a saloon. This is a tunnel for the Silver King mine, one of the richest and largest mines in the Calico mining district. It produced about $10 million in silver in about 11 years. There were about 30 miles of tunnels on 14 different levels inside that mountain. Now if y'all look left, this is an ore crusher called an arista. Miners would hitch a horse or mule to that crossbar and have it walk round and round, which caused the steel ball to drag over and crush the ore before it was taken to a processing mill.
Is the sandy bed of the Mojave River. In those early years, drinking water for Calico had to be brought over from the river, which ran above ground at the time, and sold for about 5 to 20 cents a gallon.
Became the last place in California where the famous 20 mule teams were ever used.
Now, if y'all look
check
over
all
at
that
Main
stuff
Street,
out in a minute.
you can see the same view we did as we ventured into town for supplies and relaxation. There are actually 5 buildings on Main Street that have been standing since the 1880s, when it was a bustling place.
Calico was a real town for about 20 years.
We had dances and all kinds of entertainment.
Those were dandy, huh? Now as we get closer to the train depot, take a look down into the gully to the left of the train.
And you guys need to get tickets, you can just come on over here.
And this isn't a man-made, it's man-made, but this isn't made for this Calico thing. This is a part of the real mine. It's nice and cool in here.
We can't see where we're going.
Yeah, we get.
There's supposed to be a tunnel.
That's why I had Jennifer go first. She trips into, steps off a cliff.
Look at that tiny letter.
This guy definitely needs some sunlight.
Yeah, he's a little pale. Dead Man's Drift. I don't know much about mining. But this is a drift, I guess.
Let me know when you find the bats. All the way up and out. Right there. You got it locked up there. It goes out. Yeah.
Big John. Big Bad John.
Big Bad John. At the bottom of this pit.
Kind of narrow at the shoulder and broad at the hip, and every time you saw him, he was eating French dip. Big John.
Big John.
Uh-oh. He didn't say we were going to have to work. All right. All right, well, looking down Main Street. And back up, we came out of the mine area up there by that popcorn thing up there. But cool little place. If you've never been here, I recommend it. It's neat. It's not, it costs like, I think it was $8 to get in. That's not a big deal.
I googled a few bars that are around my location. They seem to be fairly close, but can you maybe...
All right, so are we having a good time yet today?
Oh, so far so good.
Warm.
It is warm, but it feels good. I'm sick of the rain and cold, dreary weather. I'm ready to piss and moan about it being hot. We were in the general store there and got us some flavored soda pops. Doing the whole tourist thing, which is fun every once in a while. We're walking around so you can work up an appetite, so when we get to Baker, you're gonna eat a fat burger. Well, we are at the Kelso Depot. It is closed due to HVAC failure. It's been closed since December 23rd. I don't know why they haven't been able to get anybody out here, but I don't know, maybe they don't have the money. But there you can see the depot behind us, magnificent. I will put a link in the description below of the video I did when my dad and I came out here and watched the big boy come through, and I did a walkthrough tour of the depot at that time. So I'll link that in the description below, and you can go check that out there. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Here are the URLs to my PayPal and my Patreon account. If you can help the channel out that way, I'd sure appreciate it. Keep shooting me the ideas. Drop them in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And we'll see you all later.